What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're coming back to Sonata Arctica. Yes, indeed, Sonata Arctica fans, FEELIN, you, come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Radoslav Bakowski, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 42% of the vote, moving it from number 992 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Sonata Arctica with a tune called White Pearl, Black Oceans. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, yeah, I've heard this before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by, _ goth metal _ these names. And the video has 15,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Sonata Arctica, White Pearl, Black Oceans, live at Chemi Open Air 2009 1080p. We'll see about that. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
White Pearl, Black Oceans.
Got caught in the moment, all of the night, taken beyond all lines, in silence leaving them all behind. She had found the sails for the following night, time for her was getting way too small. She promised to be mine forever for that one night. Moments vanish and small, if it's concealed emotions found in me. You gave life to a brand
pause. Already 3 minutes in. Okay. Very pleasing to the ear. Everything I've heard so far. There's not been one thing in the song that has made me take pause and go, what was that? At the beginning, I don't know why, but it didn't feel like 4/4 at the beginning, even though it was. It kind of felt like 6, and I was sitting there going, oh, okay, okay. But then the second time through, I was like, wait a minute, no, it was straight 4/4 the whole time. That's weird. I don't know why. Maybe I was just kind of expecting it, and I went looking for something that wasn't actually there. It's very possible. It's very possible. I've been known to do that in the past. Intro made perfect sense. Got no issue with it. Led right into the song. That little instrumental with the piano felt nice. The chordal progression makes sense. It sounds good. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say about the? Shoot. Maybe okay. I'll come back to that. I feel like I forgot. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't remember what. Hopefully it comes back to me. Vocally, everything sounds really good. I like what I'm hearing from him and from the backing vocals as well. Very conducive to the song. Even when we go into what I believe was the chorus is what we just heard. His vocal sound going a little over the top, just ever so slightly, but that's good for the chorus. He's not doing it anywhere else, just in the chorus where it's needed. So got no issue with that. No, I got no problem with anything I'm hearing so far. It actually, I'm enjoying this so far. It sounds good. I'm digging it. Let's keep going here. Oh, are we turning it up? Wait. Are we gonna kick it up in there notch? Little crowd interaction, good for him. We are turning it up.
Please tell me everything is alright. My voice in the room brought the silence. Everybody killed me with their eyes. When I was to hear make the people cry, it's impossible for me to keep the tears inside. All on board till a girl had died. Ghost down real last time their lives. While you are the light of the night. One thing I remember, before I fell on the ground, though I never saw the place. And then what it is, something to feel like white real. I'm that godless complex irony. The family names that I had seen before. Reading on her front door. The presence in the room, we both could feel the father of her unborn child and me. Those memories had told their life when I was the nightlight. Back in my tower, run. Light is out, I hope to see black oceans beneath, rise and swallow me.
Okay. A little abrupt, but it works. It's a little, it's smooth.
One step will take me back in.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little abrupt. The change in tempo, very sudden. We didn't decelerate. There was no decelerando. It just bottomed down. It was abrupt. It was sudden, but it was clean, and it didn't feel like a train wreck. It just instant deceleration. But I guess inertia doesn't exist anymore. But it didn't feel like the train came off the rails. It didn't feel like jostled. It just, okay, we just, whoa, where did that come from? You know, that's fine. It works. It definitely works. The switching between the straight time and the double time feel in the section we just heard. I like the switching. It makes sense. When they were in the double time, having the snare on the off beats felt really good. On the and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it really, by doing that, and I can't explain why this is, but when you have snares on downbeats as opposed to upbeats or offbeats, how you want to put it, when the snares is not on the downbeats, it gives it a little extra sense. It doesn't actually make the tempo go any faster, but it definitely gives it more of a sense of urgency. It makes it feel like it's pushing a little bit more than it actually is. Smart move. Definitely a smart move by the drummer. Good job on that. Guitar play. That's what I was going to talk about, was the guitar playing. Now that I said guitar playing. Guitar playing is clean. The switching between patches where appropriate, between the cleaner patch and the thicker and more distorted patch where appropriate. Very smooth, very well timed. I'm not sure if he's using pedals or if everything's being controlled through a computer for his effects, but in either case, either way, it's being done well. Bass playing sounds good. Got no issue with anything he's doing. Keyboard playing sounds good. I think the biggest selling point for me so far on this song, honestly, this is going to sound really weird, but the backing vocals. The backing vocals are really what's kind of, don't get me wrong, the lead vocalist is doing fine, okay? Trust me, I got no issue with anything the lead vocalist is doing. But for some reason, the backing vocals are really kind of hitting a home run with me on this. I can't explain why, but they are. It's what's really kind of doing it for me. We got 2.5 left. I mean, I went for 3 without pausing, so I might as well just finish it. If I get blocked, I get blocked. You know, well, we'll see. Anyway, let's finish this out. And we'll get to the review. Wait a minute. I mean, it's still backing vocals, but they're not being done live. They're track. We just heard backing vocals, and there isn't one person on a microphone. Shoot. So all the backing vocals have been on track so far, not live. If my memory serves, I saw them on microphones, though. So they're lip syncing the backing vocals. That I have an issue with. That I have a problem with. I don't mind. It's not the fact that the backing vocals are being done on track. That doesn't bother me. I've seen other bands do that. Hell, I've been in bands that have done that, and I've got no problem with it, as long as the bands are being honest about it. Like, the backing vocals are going, and we don't even have microphones set up, you know, for backing vocals. We just don't. It's just the lead. We only have one mic. It's in the lead singer's hand. but backing vocals are going on. I got no problem with that. I got no issue with that because we're being honest about it. We're saying, listen, we're using track. It's obvious we're using track because you're hearing backing vocals and there's no mics, you know. You're being honest about it. I got no issue with it. I've seen a lot of bands on the channel do it, and I've got no problem with it. My problem is when bands fake it, when they pretend to do backing vocals. They have mics set up, they're on the mics, they're mouthing the words, but they're not really singing the backing vocals. They're being done with track. Now I have an issue with that because that is deception. Flat out. You are pretending. You are lying to the audience. You're trying to fool the audience like you just fooled me a little bit there. Let's be honest. I thought they were singing. I thought they were. They were doing a good job of it. But now it's inconsistent because I saw them earlier on the mics with the exact same backing vocals that we're hearing now, but they're not on the mics. So they're being intentionally deceptive. Now, that might be their choice, or it might be their record company or their management company telling them to do this. I don't know which it is. I don't know which one it is. At the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter. It does not matter because the lie is still being done. It doesn't matter if they're choosing to do the lie or if they're being forced to lie. A lie is still being put out there. I would like to resend all of the compliments that I gave about the backing vocals. I am rescinding them because they're not live. They're track. They still sound good, but they're not live. So I can't give them a compliment for doing them in a live setting because it's track. Had me fooled. They had me fooled for about the first 2/3 of this. They had me fooled until just now, where I was watching them, and I noticed that they're not on the mics. You hear backing vocals. Microphone here, he's looking down. Microphone here, he's about 4 feet away. Microphone here, he's about 6 feet away. There's no way. There's no way. We're hearing vocals again. Bass player's looking at his hands. He's not even close to the mic. Keyboard is same thing. There's a good 2-3 feet between him and the mic. He's looking down. Guitar player looks like he's about 4 feet away from his mic. No one's singing. There it was again. Look. Stop. Stop. You've already shown your hand. You've already shown, like, now he's pretending. Stop. For God's sakes, quit pretending. We know you're not really singing live. Now you're just insulting us. You've already let the cat out of the bag. You weren't during that whole last section. You guys were on the mics once. As a result, you made it very clear You're not singing live. Don't go back to the mics now. You've already shown your hand. Now you're insulting the audience's intelligence.
Swallow me.
I'm torn on this one. Oh, that's great. That's great. You hear four voices. You hear the five, the root, the third above the root, and the fifth above the root. So you're hearing four voices. The only person on a microphone, not the lead vocalist isn't even on a microphone. The only person on a mic right now is the guitar player. Stop! You've already let the cat out of the bag. One man doing all four vocals at once. Yeah, right. Sure. Yeah. I'm torn on this one. I really am. Oh, God. Why couldn't they have been more consistent with their mic usage? They might have fooled me. They fooled me all the way, 2/3 of the way through. I didn't notice until we got to the section where you heard backing vocals and nobody was on the mics. Prior to that, I believed it. I thought they were really singing. I thought they really were. I'm torn. I am really torn on this. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Sonata Arctica with a live performance of White Pearl, Black Oceans. This was a request from Radoslaw Bakowski, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 42% of the vote, moving up to number 992 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. I was torn on this. I was absolutely torn on this. And the whole reason I'm torn on it is the lip syncing. They had me fooled. They really did. The first 2/3 of the way through, up until about the 5.5 minute mark to about the 6 minute mark, somewhere in between there, up to that point, they had me fooled. They really did. Their lip syncing was spot on. It was. I mean, every time you heard the backing vocals, they were on a mic. All three of them, the bass player, the keyboardist, and the guitarist. They were all on mics. So that would explain the 3-part voicings that we heard in the backing vocals. And it made sense. Everything lined up. Everything was perfectly fine. And then we got to that 6 minute mark and I started to hear those 3-part harmonies, but not one person was on a microphone. Not one. How's that possible? It's not. Look, I want to be very clear. I do not condone lip syncing. I think lip syncing is terrible. I think it's deceptive, especially when it's done intentionally, and the intention being done to try and fool the crowd.
I don't even know if that's PG.
If you're gonna lip sync, now again, I want to be very clear about this. I am not condoning lip syncing. But if you're going to lip sync, commit to it. 100%. Never miss a mark, never miss a word, never sit there with a blind stare on your face with your mouth closed while your part is going. If you're gonna do it, you better sell it, because you need to be able to pull it over the crowd, because I guarantee you, I promise you, if the crowd finds out that you are intentionally lip syncing and intentionally deceiving them, you're gonna lose them. You're gonna lose those fans. I promise you. I was a fan of a couple of bands. I'm not gonna say what the bands were, but I was a fan of a couple of bands until I learned that they had been lip syncing for years. And then my level of respect for them went down the toilet, completely down the toilet. So if you're gonna fool them, you better fool them well. And there's my issue. 2/3 of the way through, they fooled me. They absolutely did. It wasn't until that last third where they got sloppy and they got lazy. Then you look at the rest of the performance, and they checked off a number of boxes. Let's see. Stage presence, check. Stage energy, check. Stage interaction. I didn't see any actual interaction, so that one doesn't get checked. Crowd interaction, check. That was a check for sure. Showmanship. Yeah, I'll give that the check. Sure. Production. It was just lighting. It was just lights, but the lights were done well, and the lights were done in time to what was happening with the song. Everything that was happening with the lights, it was obviously pre-thought out and pre-programmed. So there, I'll give it production, sure. That kind of puts, between missing the crowd the stage interaction and the obvious lip sync job, that kind of puts the live show in a bit of a wash, if I'm being honest. The live show really is not going to have that much of an impact on this score. So the score I'm giving it is based completely on the song itself. So I want everybody to please keep that in mind, okay? The score I'm about to give here has nothing to do with the live show. The live show kind of cancels itself out. Therefore, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.3, what does that mean? Well, an 8.3 would translate to a great scale rating, so I think it's a great song. I really do. It is a great song on its own. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go. 8.3, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Taking the live show completely out of the picture, because like I said, between everything that happened on stage, good and bad, it canceled itself out. So, the 8.3 is completely for the song. I think it's a great tune. I think it's a very well-written song, a very well-constructed song, well-organized. I liked a lot of the moving parts that were happening in there, a lot of the tempo changes. Even though some of them were, well, not just some, I think all of them were sudden. There was not any accelerandos or decelerandos. Everything was sudden. Every time we changed, it was sudden. But here's the thing. Sudden, yes. Abrupt, yes. Displeasing to the ear. No, it wasn't displeasing. Everything sounded fine. Everything sounded good. Even though it was abrupt, it didn't sound like a train wreck, though. I've heard songs where it's been abrupt and it's just like, what just happened? We just had a derailment. You know, that never happened with this. Every time they would change tempo, it felt fine. It didn't feel great, but it felt fine. It was all right. I had no issue with it. It just made me go, okay, cool. You know, I wasn't sitting there cringing going, oh God, oh, the humanity. No, we didn't have that. We never had that. I think that has to do with, more than anything, voicing. When they were going to speed up, you felt the instrumentation come up a little bit as far as in volume. And when we slowed down, you heard the instrumentation come down in volume a little bit. I think that definitely helped, quote unquote, soften the blow. Vocally, the lead vocal, I'm not talking about the track, okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the lead vocalist only. I like what he did on this song. I really do. It sounded clear. It sounded clean. His diction, his pronunciation, his vowel formation, really nicely done. I could actually understand what he was singing. It felt nice. It's a nice switch up. I don't always understand what the people are saying or singing, so to actually hear it clear as a bell, the words he was saying was nice. Do I understand what the song was about? No. Lyrics still go over my head, but when he said they, I heard they. When he said about, I heard about. When he said along, I heard along. So I had no issue with anything that he did vocally on that, on the pronunciation standpoint. On top of that, his tone of voice, hearing multiple tones, a nice clean tone, like a ballady style vocalization, to a powerful operatic style, almost operatic, to a vocal style. I wouldn't say it was grit and growl, but it definitely has some gravel in the voice, showing off lots of different tone in a lot of different attack. I liked that. His pitch sounded just fine. I didn't hear him singing out of tune, especially with track going on. It makes his life even tougher. His pitch has got to be spot on, because I guarantee you the track is going to be spot on. So if he's singing with the track and somebody's out of tune, guess who it is? It's not the track, I'll tell you that right now. So kudos to him for singing in key with the track. Good for him, man. Not easy to do always. The drumming on this, I dug the drumming. Really did a nice job of setting up the feel. Where were we? Were we in straight time? Were we in a double time feel? Were we in a halftime feel? That was all thanks to the drummer more than anyone else, and he did a great job of it. Excuse me. The guitar playing, clean. I liked everything that I heard from him. I like his tone. I like his tone usage. His tone selection. Now I don't know if he's handling that himself with pedal boards, or if it's being controlled by MIDI through a computer. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've done both, where I've had pedal boards in front of me, and not pedal board, but I've had stomp boxes in front of me, and then I've had other times where everything's in a rack backstage and it's being controlled by a computer that knows when to switch to this tone, when to switch to this tone, and on this measure we're going to switch to this tone, and all I got to worry about is playing. I prefer it that way. I really do. It makes it idiot proof. It really does. I don't know if he's doing it himself or if the computer's controlling it, but in either case, whenever they would switch up the guitar tone for various parts of the song, it made sense. The bass, couldn't hear it all the time, but when I did hear it, it sounded really good. I liked it. Keyboard, very nice job on his part, filling out the sound, sometimes taking the lead, sometimes taking more of a harmonic approach with his lines. But everything he did sounded clean. And I like the fact, and I know people make fun of these, I like the fact he was willing to use a keytar. I got no problem with that. I wish more keyboard players would utilize something like that so that they could be mobile in moving around the stage, like he did. I didn't use it very often, but when he did, it was cool. Though overall, I think the song is fine. Everything sounded fine across the board. Everything sounded great across the board, honestly. The songwriting, it sounded great. I mean, that's the only word I can really use to describe the song. Is it's a great song. Would I ever listen to this again? Absolutely. I'll listen to this long trips, definitely for long trips. Driving around town, maybe, depending on how long the drive is. If it's over 10 minutes, sure. if I'm driving, 10 minutes one way and 10 minutes another, I'll put this on, sure. Gym, nah. it changes time a little too often to be a gym song. It just jumps around a little bit too much to be a gym song. But the other two playlists, yeah, I could absolutely put it on there. So yeah, 8.3. I think it's a great song. Not gonna lie, I am disappointed about the lip syncing. But again, you know, I've already expressed how I feel about lip syncing. If you're gonna do it, I don't condone it. But if you're gonna do it, commit to it and stick with it all the way through. If you're gonna try and fool the crowd, you need to fool the crowd from start to finish. Don't go halfway on this. I was about to say something else, but this is a family show. Unless now, if you're making fun of it, then by all means go ahead and make fun of it. You know that I've seen a number of artists do that where they've made it very obvious they're lip syncing because they're upset about it. They're being forced to lip sync and they're not happy about it, so they make it obvious that they're not. And I applaud those people. I absolutely do. Was that the case here? I very seriously doubt it, but then again, I might be wrong. If you know for certain, let me know in the comments. Were they rebelling against the lip syncing? Because if they do, they're gonna gain a lot of respect from me. If they're not rebelling and they're just being lazy, then forget it. Anyway, 8.3 for the song, and just the song, because like I said, the live show kind of canceled itself out. I feel good with that 8.3, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got 8.3, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.